It's moments like this during this COVID-19 pandemic that remind me of how far I've come. For at least the last 8 years, I've been battling anxiety. In fact, it's been longer than that, but it's only been 8 years since I found out that's what was going on. And it's a horrible thing. I used to drive to my work at Southland, working in a childcare centre, always feeling sick in the stomach. I always thought I was sick, and I was. But it wasn't physical sickness, it was mental. And this is the time that is going to be really trying for everyone. To be able to remain calm and concentrate on the things you can do. I've worked on my bonsais. I'd lost them when I moved home with my parents a couple of years ago, because I fell into such a deep despair for personal reasons, and I stopped caring for them. But since the start of this outbreak, I've been able to rebuild my stock of bonsai as a means of continuing what I can do over focusing on what I can't do. I think that's the biggest point that I've realised with anxiety. In the past, I always was worried about what I couldn't do, what I didn't have control of. And if we do that, we're going to spiral out of control. But we need to focus on what we can do during this crisis. Now, I know there's lots of people out there who don't see it that way. They think it's a joke, but it's real. But we will get through this. It's just a matter of how we are going to handle the difficult times. Are we going to find ways to be able to direct our attention and our power? Or are we going to focus on not being able to go to this place or get that thing? I know for me, focusing on the things that I can do has helped me immensely. Working on my garden. Now at the moment it doesn't look like there's much, but I'm hoping that within the next 5 weeks we'll have a bountiful crop of radishes. We're going to have broccoli and Brussels sprouts and carrots. Yes, they'll be good for helping to sustain us whilst we're trying to manage ourselves during this crisis. But it's also the fact that I'll be able to go, I've helped to grow this. Whilst everything is seeming dull and dreary and life appears as if it's on hold, there's still growth happening. Around here, these 2 trees had been so overgrown you could not see that window. Couldn't get to this tap. Just in the last couple of days, I've been able to cut them back. This is what I mean with anxiety. You can worry about, am I going to get sick? Am I going to die? Where's my next paycheck going to come from? Because all these things are absolutely relevant. Absolutely. Or we can think, what can I do? Is there any jobs at home that I've been wanting to do, that I've been putting off for so long? That's the choice I'm making. Get things done whilst we have time. Because one day this pandemic will be over and life will return to some form of normality. Different, but again it will return to our normality. And we won't have as much time to continue with. So my question is, how are you going to use your time during the crisis? And it is a crisis. There's nothing to be snibbled at or to laugh about at this time. As far as the crisis goes, it is serious. But you can choose to deny it's happening. Pretend as if you can live your life as usual, which you can't. And if you don't make these changes in yourself, someone's going to force it to happen. Or you can look at the opportunities you have. The opportunities to learn new skills. Learn how to make videos, how to splice them together. Learn how to do your gardening, particularly for those who are not very adept at it. Call friends, chat online. There's lots of things you can do. Focus within. With all the things that you have that you can do, why focus on the negative? The pandemic is not going to change just because we go, well, me. But by utilising this time to actually understand, who am I? What am I doing with my life? And what can I do better or different? Well, that's the sort of things over particularly the last year and a half, that have helped me to get such a grasp on my anxiety. Focusing on what I can do, focusing on my mindset, on my interests, learning to play an instrument. Not very good, but I still enjoy playing it. Strum the guitar. Explore things that you're interested in. Sound is one of the things I love, but also art. And tapping into these things that you find interesting, that will help you to get a control of your mindset and reach out for help if needed, or even be the person to reach out and help someone else. So thank you for watching this little video. I'd like, if you have any suggestions of how you cope with anxiety and plan to cope during this time, please share it below. Because the more ideas that we have access to, the more opportunities we have to be able to grow. And this is a time of growth. Thank you. Peace and love out.